The Liberian Senate, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. 53rd is sitting sixth session, 54th legislature of the Republic of Liberia. About 28, 20, 23. Agenda or order of business. 1 call to order, 2 devotion, 3 roll call, 4 readoption of the agenda, 5 unfinished business, 6 report from standing committees. A report from the Joint Committee on Concessions and Investment and Judiciary, Human Rights, Claims and Petitions, and Health on, in quotation, investment incentive agreement between the government of the Republic of Liberia and Global Pharmaceutical Manufacturing and Laboratories Limited, unquote. B, report from the Joint Committee on Investment and Concessions and Judiciary, Human Rights, Claims and Petitions on the quote, investment incentive agreement between the Republic of Liberia and Boni Enterprises Incorporated, unquote. 7, business on President's desk. A, communications from the President of Liberia. B, a bill for, in quote, an act to create a special education fund to support and sustain tuition-free scheme for the University of Liberia and all public universities and colleges programs, and a free West African Senior School Certificate exam was for 9th and 12th graders in Liberia, unquote. Committee of the whole. C, appearance of the following. Honorable Samuel T. Tua Jr., Minister of Finance and Development Planning, regarding non-payment of County Development Fund in the amount of $200,000 to each county as detailed in fiscal year 2023 budget. B, Honorable Budimina Jala, Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Francis S. Kate, Chief Medical Officer, Honorable Dr. Peter S. Coleman, Medical Consultant, Honorable Dr. Benetta Curtis Andrews, Head of Liberia Medical Center, Bishop Dr. Samuel Reeves, President of Liberia Council of Churches, Reverend Dr. Dennis Nimnik, Catholic Bishops of Conference, Church Aid Incorporated, and Mr. Ye David Gossi, Catholic Health Secretary, regarding the revised public health law of Liberia. 8, another business. 9, adjournment. Mr. President pro tempore and presiding officer, distinguished senators, the read of the draft agenda for today's sitting.
Distinguished colleagues, I'm listening to the reading of the provisional agenda for today's sitting.
Yes, sir.
Motion to adopt the revised agenda.
Please, having listened to the reading of the provisional agenda, I move if I can get a second that the agenda just read be received and open for discussion, open for input.
It has been moved and seconded that the draft agenda be received and open for discussion. All those in favor of making by saying yea, against, motion carried. I want us to begin with Business President text A. And only A. Then we move to report on concerning committee. We will return to B and C.
LB is always there.
Yeah, LB.
Yeah. Police, my issue is about the road. For the southeast, we know the problem already. I'm appealing to I'm appealing to my colleagues. Yeah, road. Yeah, road. Okay.
Okay, so you're about to go. Yeah, about to
I have an agenda I've already been scheduled for Thursday, so I'm not going to read that. Gentlemen, on July 17, 2023, I submitted a letter to Fennery requesting the auditor of Liberian private company that received money from the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works, and that letter was sent to the PAC, and we have not gotten a response. Those companies need to be audited, but let me wait until the time comes.
Okay, yeah, we don't need it. I'm still asking, where's the 2024 draft budget? The letter coming? Okay, thank you.
Motion to adopt the revised agenda. All those who remember saying yes. Secretary.
Yes, sir. Republic of Liberia, November 24, 2023. Honorable Albert Tichie, President Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Honorable Pro Tempore, I take this opportunity to kindly request of the legislature extension for the submission of the fiscal year 2024 draft national budget by 26 working days as of October 31st, 2023. The basis for the request for extension is premised on the just ended presidential and legislative elections, which have impacted the preparation of the fiscal year 2024 national budget. As a result of these activities, the budget preparation process was continuously interrupted. These interruptions have caused a delay to the timely submission of the budget as stated in Section 17.1 of the amended and restated Public Financial Management Law of 2019. That, quote, the President shall submit the proposed budget and accompanying documents to the legislature no later than 2 months before the start of the fiscal year, unquote. While I'm conscious that this extension will reduce the time available to the national legislature to approve the national budget before the start of the next fiscal year, we also do not want to undermine the important role of the IMF in these processes. It is my hope that additional time requested will also enable us to incorporate possible concerns of the IMF and other stakeholders, thereby firming up the resources envelope along with priority expenditures that can be approved in time for the start of the new fiscal year on January 1, 2024. Therefore, we urge your consideration for the extension of the budget submission as stated above. Many thanks for your usual cooperation in this regard. Sincerely, George M. Weah Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia. First communication. Mr. President Pro Tempore, first communication.
The distinguished colleagues have listened to the reading of a communication from the President requesting the nation to submit the 2024 national budget latest 26 days, 26 working days from October 31st, 2023. What is your word in pleasure?
President, distinguished colleagues,
Get it first.
having listened to the reading of the communication from the President of Liberia regarding the draft national budget, I would think that letter is troubling. That letter is troubling. And if the president is asking for 26 working days, the president is suggesting that the president is suggesting. Okay. What?
I think the request of the presiding is that what is our will and pleasure when you debate?
No, I'm not debating. I'm stating the premium before I state my pleasure.
No, please state your.
Okay. Order sustained.
Order sustained.
Okay, let me go to the point. Have you listened to the reading of the communication from the president requesting postponement of the submission of the budget for 26 working days? I move that the communication be received and open for discussion.
Well, folks, if you just joining us, you're listening or watching Spoon TV. We come into you live from the chambers of the Liberian Senate, where the Liberian Senate is meeting. Just a moment ago, the president's communication was read on the floor, asking the legislature, specifically the Liberian Senate, to grant him a 21-day extension of the budget submission, calling to what we understand the budget should have been submitted on the 31st day of October, but the president is requesting that 21 days, counting from the 31st of October. And as you know already today is the 28th day of November. So what is a bit confusing is the fact that what are the days that have gone in November since the 31st also included, but he said working days. So we want to remove all of the holidays and weekends, Sundays and Saturdays. And so by December 6th, by what we're getting, the 21 days will be ending. By the 6th of December. How is the budget is going to be formulated? So that's the issue now. My name is Aaron Kuban, and I'm here bringing you this live coverage from the chamber of the Liberian Senate. Consultation is ongoing. Senator Abraham Darius DeLong just made a motion that the communication be accepted and open for discussion. That does not seem to go well with the presiding, the protein of the Senate. So he has called for consultation, and I'm eavesdropping on exactly what he's saying, that his colleagues should just accept the request from the president. And so this consultation is ongoing. You see the likes of the Secretary of the Liberian Senate and Senator James Barney and Senator Darius DeLong, all there with the pro-tem of the Liberian Senate, trying to negotiate whether or not this letter should be open for discussion. And so Senator Blair O'Brien, Maryland County, is trying to inquire what's the consultation. We are still here. Let's listen to following that consultation. Following the consultation, let's see what would now be Senator Dillon's stance on the communication.
Having listened to the reading of the communication from the president regarding the delayed submission of the budget, I move that the communication be accepted referred to the appropriate committee. Under the condition with the knowledge that even when our budget come here now, we're not passing it until the new government take over. So we send it to the committee. I have to submit. That's my motion.
So the motion that was previously made was for the budget to be open, for the budget to be open for discussion. I mean the communication. That motion has changed from the senator for the communication to be sent over to the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance and Public Accounts Committee.
Honorable Albert T. Chie, President pro tempore, the Liberian Senate in section, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Mr. President pro tempore, I wish to inform you that I will be away from the country from November 28 to December 4, 2023 to participate in the G77 and China Leaders Summit on Climate Change in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. While I'm away from the country, the Minister of State and Chief of Staff to the President, Honorable George Wisse-Blambo, will chair the Cabinet in consultation with the Vice President and in telephone consultation with me. Sincerely, George M. Weah Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia. Mr. President pro tempore, presiding officer.
Communications from the President during the Liberian Senate, informing the Liberian Senate on the of the country.
The committee's convention from the 28th of November to the 4th of December. What is your will and pleasure?
Resign the next report out when president. You not just say president.
Any will be here for the inauguration.
All those in favor make by saying yea.
And you will be here for the inauguration of town hall.
You can tell what is agreed.
Report. Report from standing committees.
What is that color blue?
Well, folks, the President communication has been received and accepted. It's going to be out of the country from the 28th of this month to the 4th of December. And that's a Sabah. Senator Ellen Snow has noticed that this Senator Francis Spade, who usually wore white, today he's in a different color, and as the Snow joviously said, it's in different color, indicating that the reason he wore white was that if he had not worn white, he would have been killed. He was contesting against, but he did not win.
Report from the Joint Committee on Concession and Investment and Judiciary Human Rights Claims and Petitions, and have, unquote, the Investment Incentive Agreement between the Government of the Republic of Liberia and Global Pharmaceutical Manufacturing and Laboratories Limited, unquote. Report from the Joint Committee on Concessions and Investment in Judiciary, Human Rights Claims and Petitions, and Health on Investment Incentive Agreement between the Government of the Republic of Liberia and the Global Pharmaceutical Manufacturer and Laboratories Limited. Conclusion. In view of the above, the Joint Committee is therefore pleased to report to the members of the Liberian Senate that our aforementioned agreement is geared towards promoting the health and social well-being of Liberians and will create fair and equal opportunities for employment as mandated, consistent with the Constitution and statutory directives of state policies in creating efficient and conducive working environment. Recommendation. In light of this, and in accordance with the mandate and responsibility of the Joint Committee, coupled with the immense benefits Liberia as a nation and people stand to acquire by the ratification of this agreement, it is a belief that a stable framework for any investment will promote the effective utilization of economic resources and contribute towards the health improvement of the living standards. The Joint Committee unanimously recommends to plenary of the Liberian Senate for the ratification of said agreement entitled, quote, Investment Incentive Agreement between the Government of the Republic of Liberia and Global Pharmaceutical Manufacturer and Laboratories Limited, unquote. Done this 25th day of November 2023 in Joint Committee Room. Committee on Concessions Investment, signed. Committee on Judicial Human Rights and Petitions, signed. Committee on Health, signed. Mr. President, pro tempore, and distinguished members of this distinguished body. Report from the Committee on Concessions and Investment, Judicial Human Rights Claims and Petitions, and Ways, Means, Finance, and Budget on Investment Incentive Agreement between the Republic of Liberia and Boni Enterprises Incorporated.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Conclusion. In view of the above, the Joint Committee is therefore pleased to report to the plenary of the Liberian Senate that the aforementioned agreement is indeed geared towards promoting the economic and social well-being of the country and its people. The agreement, when ratified, will also boost government revenue generation and will further create employment opportunities for Liberians. Additionally, the agreement is in compliance with all environmental social protection laws of the country. Recommendation. In light of the above and having assessed the immense benefits that Liberia as a nation and its people stand to accrue from the ratification of this agreement, the Joint Committee unanimously agreed to recommend to the plenary of the Liberian Senate to ratify the agreement entitled Investment Incentive Agreement between the Republic of Liberia and Boni Enterprises Incorporated, thus concurring with the Honorable House of Representatives for its total passage into law. Done this 23rd day of November 2023 in Joint Committee Room. Committee on Concessions and Investment, signed. Committee on Judicial Human Rights Claims and Petitions, signed. Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget, signed. Mr. President, pro tempore, distinguished members of the Senate, the reading of the two reports on those committees just did.
But in voting, we'll take note on two separate sheets on how you vote. Distinguished colleagues, you have listened to the reading of an investment incentive agreement between the GOL and Global Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Laboratories Limited, and the second incentive agreement between the Republic of Liberia and Boni Enterprises Incorporated. What is the will and pleasure?
Honorable Pro Tem and fellow colleagues, having listened to the report from the Joint Committee on the two instruments as just read. I move if I can obtain a second, that considering that those instruments will create jobs, opportunity for our citizens in the Republic of Liberia. I move if I can obtain a second, that those instruments be received and accepted by this honorable body and fully concur with the Honorable House of Representatives and sent to the executive. If I can obtain a second.
Second. That the instruments we received and acted law. So vote on the records as I said. When you are voting, you will say yes for both or yes for this and no for that. We'll take the record. Please read. That's why.
Serrano County, Senator Sir Ali Joseph.
Senator Sir Joseph, yes for both of them.
Senator Abraham Darius Dillon.
Government continuity and no job will be created. And for Barack
Yes.
You know, see somebody just waiting for January to take over. I vote yes or no too. So the job can
Elections finish. He's trying to reduce all the vote you have for him. Don't worry.
Grandmaster County, Senator Yomnikanga Lawrence.
travel.
Where? Where?
Senator Jonathan L. Kaipe.
Everyone.
So how you record up? I don't record up.
Sign up, Senator J. Milton TJ.
Yes, on board.
Senator Councilor, the Councilor's Chair.
Yes. What do you do with that?
Maryland County, Senator J. Breville Brown.
Yes, for both. Yes, for both.
Senator James B. Barney.
Yes, for the pharmaceutical, abstain for Bonnie.
One person.
Grand Cape County, Senator Councilor Barney G. Sherman.
Monrovia State.
For where?
Yeah.
Labor State.
I said Labor State.
Oh, the
Labor State.
All counties, Senator Dr. Lobotomba.
Yes, on both.
Very good.
Senator Prince Boy.
Yes, on both.
Lima County. Senator Prince Y. Johnson.
Only the government.
Project, can I go for Basho? Okay.
Then you will lose your seat.
You're away.
I know.
You call me. Yes on both. Oh.
One investor is a local investment. Yeah.
So what is better? Are you happy about that?
Yes for both. DH, we're far. Yes. Yeah, for both. Yes. For both.
The project, I was disrupted, so I put yes for both.
Thank you,
The good disrupted you.
Let me play it right here.
The lawyer there. The lawyer said he's playing right there.
The lawyer there.
Yeah. Well, don't be serious.
What is the man there? Oh, I'm going to say.
Mr. President Pro Tempore, the senior senator is the result.
Really?
Yeah.
For global pharmaceutical manufacturing and laboratories, 19 senators voted in favor, no senator voted against, and no senator abstained, so we have a total vote of 19. For Boni, 18 senators voted in favor of the motion, no senator voted against it, and 1 senator abstained. You have a total vote of 90.
Motion carried. Please, invite